Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 8 things which I wish I knew when I had started as a new Scrum Master. So if you are an aspiring or new Scrum Master and watching this video, I wish you will learn from these lessons and you will avoid the same mistakes and same pitfalls in your Scrum Master journey. Okay. So number one, listen more, talk less, right? So being a Scrum Master, guys, active listening is very, very important. 80% of the time you have to listen. 20% of the time you just talk, right? So you really need to understand your team challenges, your team needs, actively listen to them because it's more about them, what challenges they are facing, right? You have to create a culture of open communication and trust where everybody feel heard, everybody feels safe, because once teams start speaking, even they will be more accountable to work on something or to solve some kind of problem, right? So give them chance to talk and you truly listen to them to understand their problems, right? So that is number one. Number two, start with teaching. Always start with teaching, then mentoring, and then coaching. Right? So, being a Scrum Master, you are a teacher, you are a mentor, you are a coach. So, don't directly jump on coaching, right? Based on the stage where your team is currently. So, there are three stages: Shu-Hari, which is the Japanese principle, if you guys have heard about it. So, Shu stage is where your team is very new to agile and scrum, they are learning the concepts, right? Half stage is where your team is matured in agile and scrum, right? They just need some kind of guidance. However, restage is something where your team is very much adept in agile and scrum and they can customize this framework, they can adopt different practices in this framework as per their need, right? So based on that stage, you need to take different stance. So teaching is where you teach agile and scrum to your team that this is what scrum, this is what agile, this is how it works. Then you go to mentoring where you tell them this is what my experience about scrum, this is what worked for me in past, this is how it works. And then you goes to the next task, which is coaching, where you ask the team, what do you think about Scrum, right? So, guys, you have to go step by step so that you will not face much resistance from your team whenever you will try to bring some kind of change in your team. Okay. Number three, that is learn other frameworks as well along with Scrum. Yes. So, once you are very matured in Scrum and Agile, start learning different frameworks like Kanban, XP, SAFe. So you just need to see what all different practices from these different frameworks you can adopt and use in your current team along with Scrum, which actually meets your team needs, right? So for an example, from Kanban, you can follow the practices of visualization of your workflow, visualization of your flow of work, WIP limits. From XP, maybe you can take pair programming or TDD, right? Because Scrum is purposefully incomplete. So don't just rely solely on a Scrum framework. You need to see if you can adopt to these different practices from different frameworks, which will help your team to become effective and to deliver value. Because if you read the Scrum Guide, in Scrum Guide also it is mentioned that various practices, techniques you can customize or you can adopt into a Scrum framework as per your need. So always try to see what all other things you can bring in. Okay. Number four, give or gain the product management knowledge. Yes. So along with the Scrum and Agile, the process front, along with that, you really need to have end-to-end project knowledge, right? You may say that product owner is there for that. Definitely product owner is there, but even being a scrum master, you really need to know how does that product work end to end, how that product solves your customer needs, what benefit that product is giving to your customer, what all are the market needs. You need to have that end to end understanding, very high level, I would say, understanding of a product, because it will help you to engage more, and it will help you to align and engage more with your stakeholders, with your team, and you will be able to contribute effectively in multiple discussions if you have end to end product knowledge, like how does it work. All right. And then number 5 is you are not a team admin, right? Being a scrum master, guys, you are not an admin of a team, or you are not a team lead, right? Where you assign some kind of work to your team, or you micromanage, or you manage your team, who is working on what, or why team is taking so much of time, right? You are a coach, you are a facilitator, you are a mentor, where you help your team to become more effective. You are a servant leader, you are a true leader. So you are not a team admin, because in Scrum team has all, what all members we have in Scrum team, may it be Scrum Master, product owner, or developers, everyone is at same level. Okay, so you don't need to lead or manage your team. Number 6 is you are not a Jira admin, right? So see, being a Scrum Master, definitely you should know how do we effectively use Jira. You should be knowing that. But it's not that whenever something has to do with a Jira tool, or if you need to create a user story of you, or if your team wants to update the status of some kind of user story, or anything they need to add in Jira tool, they should not be solely dependent on you to create that thing in Jira, because you know Jira, right? I have seen this in my experience, that most of team members say that I don't know how does it work, I don't know how do we generate a different metrics and report from Jira. See, being a Scrum Master, you should know it, but you need to make your team self-manage. You need to teach them how do we use Jira, so that whenever something comes up or whenever need arises, your team should be in position to use Jira as good as you. Okay, so remember, you are not a Jira admin. All right, then number 7, which is don't force Scrum rules. Yes. See, you are not a Scrum police to always enforce the Scrum rules in your team. You need to see the context of your team. You need to understand the challenges of your team, understand their pain points, and accordingly, you need to make them understand the purpose of different elements of Scrum framework. For an example, let's say your daily Scrum is going beyond 15 minutes. So rather than forcing that, okay, no, as per Scrum guide, we have to be into 15 minutes for daily Scrum. So don't go beyond 15 minutes. It's a rule which is defined in a Scrum guide. So instead of forcing it, make them understand why 15 minutes, right? And why 15 minutes, and why the discussion is going beyond 15 minutes. Understand the reason behind it. Okay, so don't force these Scrum rules, understand the challenges, and as per their need, cater to their need by helping them understand different concepts. And then number 8 is don't limit yourself only to the team. Widen your horizon at organizational level. Yes, because being a Scrum Master, guys, you are a true leader. And once your team start becoming matured, self-managed, that is your first responsibility. Alongside that, you really need to see at organizational level how Agile and Scrum is getting effectively implemented. You need to talk to different departments, different management, understand their challenges, and you need to collectively work together to to bring that agility at organizational level. You also help to create a culture at organizational level, being a true leader, which is needed for successful agile transformation. You help to create a support as well in your team. Your team needed some kind of support from the top management, and if that support is not there, being a true leader, being a scrum master, you help to create that support by continuously talking to your management, coaching them, right? So guys, these are the mistakes which I have made when I had started as a new scrum master because of lack of guidance, lack of mentorship. But I hope you will definitely learn from these mistakes, from these lessons, and you will not repeat the same mistakes in your journey. I wish you found this video valuable. So please do like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you will get the notifications for other value added videos in future. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.